Getting caught in a flood is terrifying. But now imagine you only have one way out, and that road gets washed away. Well, that's exactly what happened in the summer of 2019 in far southeastern Louisiana. There was, luckily, one more avenue for aid. The sky. The state of Louisiana has a rich and colorful history all its own.
With its vast confluence of rivers, lakes, and streams, Mississippi is no stranger to flooding, especially in the early spring when you get those heavy spring rains meeting the snowpack melting from up north. That really pushes the rivers and reservoirs to their limit. Luckily, there's a special branch of law enforcement trained specifically for these types of emergencies. Located in the center of the state, Jackson is both the capital and most populous city in Mississippi.
Being caught in a disaster is life-changing, for sure. But it also gives us all a greater appreciation for the brave men and women who are saving our lives and putting their lives on the line each and every day. I'm Ginger Zee. Thanks so much for watching. Disasters are as scary as a house fire, especially when there's very little time to escape. That's why, luckily for this family, they had not only firefighters, but police and even neighbors answering their call, all coming together for their rescue. The city of Butler, Indiana.
When a two-alarm fire broke out in an apartment complex in Glenmore, Pennsylvania, it became one of the biggest fires that local station had responded to in more than 50 years. And get this, inside the burning apartment building, 2 people were actually volunteer firefighters from that very same station. Their decisions and bravery that morning certainly saved lives and homes. 40 miles from Philadelphia, Glenmore sits in the heart of one of Pennsylvania's 3
When a disaster like the flash flood hits, we depend on our first responders to come to the rescue. But sometimes there's no time to wait for the pros to arrive.
And in situations like that, it can turn out that the hero becomes an everyday person who happens to just be right there. So for one family in Pennsylvania, their heroes actually turned out to be complete strangers. Just outside of Philadelphia sits the picturesque farmlands of Chester County, Pennsylvania. Known for rolling hills and quiet country. When a fire breaks out, priority number 1 for first responders is to save lives, of course, but they also have to save property.
But when a historic church went up in flames in 2020, firefighters weren't just saving a building, they were saving the town's very own history.
Hudson River.
Facing any disaster can be trying and an emotional experience.
But in the events that we've seen today, we also often get a real crash course in gratitude, seeing the best in people, even if they are complete strangers. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Welcome back to GMA. When you've got damage like this, once it hits the coast, you know that out in the ocean, those waves are kicking. And a buoy out under that storm recorded a 45-foot wave. You can see some of the waves from Ventura County there in Southern California also getting blasted this morning. But it wasn't, of course, just waves and the coastal erosion threat. Those winds upwards of 132 miles per hour west of Lake Tahoe in Alpine Meadows. But that is video from Lake Tahoe itself. Those chairlifts shut down because the winds were just too big. So great that you're getting more snow. The snowpack in the Sierra at 173% of average. What a kickoff to this season. They really need that for the reservoirs going into the spring, and they'll get even more as this next system comes in, a good 4+ feet coming at you. So we have so much more coming up from here in San Francisco on the bomb cyclone that already made its way, at least the core of it, through, and the next system yet to come. We'll have all of that and so much more. Your local news and weather are next.
Join the adventure.
House fires can go from a minor smolder to huge flames, consuming everything in just minutes.
So when one first responder saw smoke, he jumped into action, and with little margin for error, he put his own life on the line to save lives.
Macomb County is in southeastern Michigan. While the county is home to Detroit Metro,
The Hawaiian Islands, year-round sun and thundering waves make it one of the world's most popular surf destinations.
But even the most experienced surfers are not immune to the sheer power of these often treacherous coastlines. One teenager found that out firsthand in January of 2020.
Hawaii is 2,400 miles from the mainland. It became the 50th state in 1959. It's known for its lush greenery.
The key to surviving any calamity is to know the risks and be prepared.
And trust that there will always be brave heroes who aren't afraid to step up in a time of need.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
It was an accident. His family, not convinced. But first, let's go back to Ginger. Ginger?
Hey, Robin, the latest count, there have been nearly 600 landslides.
Because of all of those atmospheric rivers hitting California, the latest happened on their dry day. It went right up onto that train. More than 220 people were stuck on that train for 4 hours. Thankfully, they were all okay before they got off of there. And unfortunately, you do have more rain coming. This is more of a cold front, not the traditional atmospheric river we've seen, so it's going to be pretty brief,
But it's going to blow through. You see it there. Later tonight into tomorrow, it will bring 1 foot to 2 feet on top of what we've already had in the Sierra. This has been such an epic season, but now we're getting to that point by tomorrow and Thursday where that big ridge builds in, and that means drier weather, at least for the foreseeable 7 days or so for California. Your local weather now in 30 seconds.
Kids are so expensive, Dad.
Been 314 days here in New York without measurable snow. So I'm asking nicely that these dogs, Beverly and Bruno, in Truckee, California, don't tell my dogs what they've been enjoying. just asking nicely, because they would be very upset.
Loves the snow, right?
Love the snow. The labs love the snow usually. So,
Well,
all right, sorry, Brando and Bruce.
Too bad. Renner, the actor, is now home from the hospital after.
That fresh snow in Coconino there. And coming up here on GMA, we've got good news about tennis legend Chris Evert announcing she is cancer-free, the steps she took to prevent a recurrence.
Plus, the ultimate comfort food that moms call a cold cure. I'm just hearing about this for the first time, so I'm in. Pastina. Lori Bergamato going to tell us why it's become a viral sensation. And we want you to meet Jonah Larson, a teen crochet prodigy who turns his creations into a way to give back. Stick around, your local news and weather next.
Scan the QR code and head over to goodmorningamerica.com to get the full recipe and more. Now we're going to go over to Ginger. Hey, Ginger.
Michael, hold it up real high. I'll be over. I'll grab it right after. I wanted to take you to some of the record highs we've seen. Del Rio, Texas was 85. Houston Hobby was 81. Record 80 at Pensacola. The Earth Cam looking nice this morning. We will see more records fall as far as high temps go from Texas to Florida today, throughout the southeast along the Gulf Coast there. But behind it, remember, there's wind and critical fire danger. So not only is it hot, but dry and windy. Let's go ahead and get it checked now, a little closer to home.
George, you know, the ski resorts in the Poconos and anywhere in New York really having a struggle this season from
That's the big picture. Let's get it checked now, a little closer to home. Thanks, Lindsay. We had a potent lake effect snow band in southwest Michigan. The pictures here from Holland, close to 6 inches. In Allegan, they had up to 10 inches in just 6 hours. And then you go to Oswego, where the lakes are like nearly iceless. We're at the second lowest ice extent since the satellite era began. Really incredible how mild we've been. We're gonna have a little clipper go through. Chicago should get some snow tomorrow, and then another one as you go into the weekend. So little leave behind, especially for parts of Nebraska, South Dakota, you know, Sioux City, all the way through central Iowa, more than 6 inches. Then the cold settles in. February's gonna come in roaring. Even in the Northeast, by the end of next week, we're talking single digit. Feels like, if not well, sub-zero. Your local weather in 30 seconds. Some of the wind gusts were up to 112 miles per hour in the mountains of Southern California with the Santa Anas, and then when you could even see the grapevine get into some snow. Now, coming up here on GMA, are you ready for the Super Bowl? I know we are in our house. The Right Stuff has some of the best TVs for watching the big game if you want to make that change. And Elle King is here. She's gonna debut her new song live. Love her voice. And then I've taken the No New Clothes Challenge since last June, so buying nothing new. But today I'm gonna style some of our colleagues. I'm gonna show you how to upcycle what you already have in your closet and turn it into something brand new. Another way to save. And, of course, be good.
Gamers, we saw this one at B&H Photo, which is an incredible superstore, and this is on sale.
All I can think about is you talking to your TV right now, Michael. Like, let the pizza in. Let's check in on Camelback Resort here in the Northeast.
More sunshine on.
All right.
our series Better Than Ever. Excited about this one. Ginger's showing us really simple ways to upcycle your existing wardrobe by taking what you already have and reinventing it for a whole new look. Some of our GMA staffers are modeling these looks, and take a look. Our director Lily is wearing a top. There you go. Hey, Lil.
Yes.
I said recycle, but she upcycled. Yes, Lily. Quite the modeling job there. She did it. We're going to do it right now. Ginger, you're also doing it.
I am. I've got on this top, and you know I'm big on this. You have been forever.
Forever.
Not just secondhand clothes, but I've done no new clothes since last June.
I love this idea, and I love the idea of taking what you have and making it even better.
And that's the best way, upcycling. You know, in fashion, we waste so much, especially when fast fashion came in. 85% of our clothing goes to a landfill or is burned every year.
It's horrible.
Very little of it gets around.
But wait, you're using our first look here. So men's button down, and we all
stains even on the collar, and you wanted to see, you're like, I can't use that shirt. You cut off the sleeves, you can get a scoop neck, and if you like to sew, you can sew it nicely, but you don't even need to sew. You can use hem tape and an iron to finish this look off. And so you've got a brand new shirt that now has a whole new life.
And did you also, because it's so form-fitting,
I just tucked it really tight.
Oh, you did? Well, it looks great. You wear it well.
Thank you.
Okay, we also have an old sweatshirt. Like, you've got them, right, guys?
Everybody's got a big one.
Sweatshirt. So there's that. Candace now is showing off a simple way to give it a more modern. Look at this.
Ooh, look at her. So Candace, you can see how that we cut the bottom off.
It's totally in right now.
And in this way, we just upcycled it by moving the hem up. But you don't have to do that. If you don't know how to sew, just leave it raw. If you go into any big sporting goods store right now, a cropped sweatshirt is it.
I cut all of my t-shirts shorter so that they're... All right, transform an oversized t-shirt. Look at how Sarah... Ooh, sorry, I just got a little...
Yes, Sarah. So Sarah here, obviously the big old t-shirt, everybody's got one in their drawer. We put elastic and sewed on some extra little frill to make it even more feminine.
You could just belt the big t-shirt too.
You could belt
and
it,
just
you
cut
can
the sleeve.
scarf it, wear it. Everybody's got one.
Sarah, you look fab, but we gotta get to one more look in 30 seconds. Let's do it. Last look. Ro has created another button-down look.
This thing on backward, using it as a tube top.
Wait, turn around.
Yes.
That's on backward.
It's on backward. Then take the sleeves, tie it to the middle. You can either pin it, you could put a little something special in the middle, or just a bow.
Can you show us on like your Instagram how to do that? Because I want to try that. It's so
easy.
Cute.
We'll do it after the show.
Okay, good. But I want to show everybody else. All right. Thank you. I love it.
You look good, Ro.
We're upcycling. We're greening our closet. Thank you, GMA fam. Looks so great. And we're gonna have some more music. We've got food. We've got makeup coming up on Good Morning America. Bye, ladies. Looking good.
Monday. Navigating a whole lot of women is going to take.
Oh, this time of year, we all need it. Yep. Also, gotta tell you, Disneyland Resort is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. And y'all, it's getting even more magical.
It wouldn't be Disney without fireworks. There are so many things to do and see, countless memories waiting to be made that are all so distinctly Disney. Let's go ahead and check now a little closer to home. More sunshine today. Right now,